Alright, so we're about to clear coat these pieces, these two pieces. In the background you'll see a piece that we already clear coated. These two pieces are painted in Dixie Belle Plum Crazy.
Plum Crazy.
Plum Crazy by Dixie Belle. They're vintage wood. Painted them yesterday. Normally we polyacrylic our top coat with sealer right away, like within half an hour, but the weather was bad and it rained because it's Tallahassee, Florida, and it's humid and it's going to rain here soon. So this is going to be in flat, so it matches the matte of the chalk paint. We also have the options of satin and glossy with Dixie Belle, but we're going to stick with flat for this project, and it's going to get a little loud here, but we'll go ahead and start. Make sure we turned off the fan. And we're using the critter sprayer, which you've probably seen our other videos that are on YouTube. Just search The Other Side Vintage to find those videos. He's going to change up the nozzle a bit. Spraying. Here we go. We're probably going to do 2 real thin clear coats. And that's because the sides and the front of the drawers won't need it as much as the top will, because the top is where most people are going to put their drinks or their books or, you know, more use in. So it's better to clear coat on the top more so than anywhere else. So Jason is going to do the other side now. You see it doesn't take very long with the critter sprayer. I can also do this by hand with the Dixie Belle paints. Just decided to use the sprayer for today. If you have any questions, please just put them in the comment section below. You can also click on that little icon that looks like a bell for notifications when we upload any other live videos or any videos, and you can also check us out on theothersidevintage.com or come to Tallahassee, Florida and see us in person. Alright, he's going to go ahead and switch over to the little end table, which is also in Dixie Belle Plum Crazy, which we really love this color. If you didn't see the previous video, he was able to do both of these pieces with just 8 ounces of the Dixie Belle Plum Crazy, which is only $9.95, so we got both pieces done for $9.95. The top coat, I believe, is $12.95 for the jar, but we are probably only going to use maybe 1/4 of the jar to do both these pieces and the piece behind there that we did earlier. We clear coated that off of video. So it's really durable, strong, and this is the flat, so that the matte of the chalk paint really pops. Very durable, very cost effective. People always say $12.95, but it lasts a lot of projects and is a better product than most that we've used. And right now there is no smell. With some top coats you get other places that we've used, the smell gives me a headache for at least an hour or two. This one, there's no smell. Alright, so that's one light coat, and he's going to put another...
I'm just going to do one more on the top of this because it gets a lot of wear.
That's what we were saying earlier. He can't hear me because of the... But he's going to put another. As you can see, it's almost completely dry already from the first coat. And that's why we like Dixie Belle products. Low VOCs. This one you can still see is a little damp. It'll dry shortly. And the reason, again, he might just do some of the front of the drawers for a second, just a little bit more, because they get a little wear and tear. But honestly, this isn't needed. This is just extra we're doing right now, because most of the wear and tear is going to be on the top. This Plum Crazy is really pretty Dixie Belle product. You can already see the glare. It's drying.
Actually, I'm gonna click the fan on it for a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna click the fan on, which will help it dry. It's very humid out today. And
that way I can throw another coat on top of that.
Right.
Even though this one does have a piece of glass that came with it, that we'll sell with it. But moving that glass, getting it on there, it's good to have that extra coat. Because it's something that will scratch.
And we do use our mask. You see the one on his head. Just because it's better to be safe than sorry. But really, when you're spraying anything, you should wear a mask, regardless of the smells or the VOCs. And these are low VOC and hardly any smell. I don't smell anything right now. Again, it's drying. And again, this is a flat, so it'll dry flat, like also known as matte. Some people say matte, M-A-T-T-E. Flat would be similar. So when people say, "Oh, does Dixie Belle come in matte?" It actually is called flat, which is the same thing in this instance. So let me just show you this one. And it's drying, and some of the reasons you'll see that pattern on top is because that wood was not totally well, it was sanded, but it's the design on top. It's not the product. And you can see the product's a little bit white in the jar, the critter jar, but it dries absolutely clear. You won't see it. Okay, he's gonna put another coat on the top, just because that's where the wear and tear is. And we have a piece of glass that was cut to go on top of this, so it'll also have that to protect it. Undo the drawer. Inside there a little bit, because the shelves will get some wear and tear from people putting their stuff on it. So you can see that was pretty easy with the critter sprayer, which we have used many times now and really enjoy using, with a little 3-gallon horsepower pneumatic pancake air compressor, which you can see over there. So let me real quick show you this. I won't keep you waiting, but you'll see pretty much dry. And this one, because we just did it, it will be dry in just a little bit. And you want to tell them where they can find us on the web, social media?
The Other Side Vintage, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
YouTube,
yeah, everywhere.
Just Google The Other Side Vintage. And we're in Tallahassee, Florida, in Railroad Square Art Park. Our phone number is 850-224-6666, and email is theothersidevintage@gmail.com. All right, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and we'll be sure to answer. You can also send us a message on Facebook Messenger through The Other Side Vintage, and we'll answer any questions you have about Dixie Belle paint or chalk paint in general. And I just want to zoom in real quick and show you this real quick before I forget. These handles are little flowers. Just love that. And then the handles down the bottom have a design around the edge. These handles came with it when we rescued it before we painted it. And I'll have some before and after pictures on our blog at theothersidevintage.com.